So I have some big news. We are finally getting back to the good old days of buying your watch, wearing and enjoy it. We've seen some crazy trends over the last few years, but I am pleased to say the flipper game is over. The modern term I hear from you guys out there that used to buy and flip your watches is, there's no money in it for me anymore. It's just not worth my time. Bearing in mind, some of these people have actually managed to build extensions, do their garden, have a new kitchen, and done extremely well out of the Rolex authorized dealer game. So what does this mean for the grey market? Well, I predict Rolex will still continue to starve supply in the short term. I still think they've got a lot of watches sat on their shelves that they cannot sell, including the bigger pieces, including the bigger sky dwellers, the full gold watches, the full bracelet watches, the big Daytonas, some of the big dial watches as well in these particular models. They have to sell those. They have them sat in their safes and in their windows, which you can readily buy on the day. For example, we recently sold a Sky Dweller Oyster Flex, a yellow gold variant. The current retail is £37,000. We actually had a client collect it from the boutique only a couple of days ago, and we sold that watch for £27,000. That's £10,000 under the Rolex retail price. So because they've got the watches there, because they've got them sat in their sets, because you guys still want your sports professional, you still want to get the watch for your wife, you want your Datejust, you want your GMT, they have to facilitate you getting that watch. And how do they do that? They have to try and make you buy some of the bigger gold pieces. So how will that affect the market? Short term, if we're seeing less new watches come to the grey market, that means, in my opinion, over time, the watches that are out there, because there's less of them, will start to increase in price. They will start to go up because there's less watches hitting the market. Let's look back at COVID, let's look back at Brexit, let's roll back the time. There's nobody flying out of the country to collect watches. You can't leave your home. We can't trade with the EU. All the Rolex prices boomed. If we see less watches coming onto the grey market because you guys out there or the flippers are not buying, then surely that means less watches coming onto the grey market. So hopefully, ADs will actually open their eyes and open their ears and look at the clients like yourselves out there who are looking to buy that watch, to actually open the books, sell you the watch. You can buy it, enjoy it. If you lose 10, 15% over, 6, 12 months, so what? You've enjoyed it. That will bring more watches into the grey market. That means the market will be more buoyant. And in my opinion, that's what needs to happen, but I just don't see it yet. But it is a positive. Less watches means, in my opinion, pre-owned and watches that are already out in the grey market going up slightly over time. Unfortunately, because Rolex do keep increasing the Rolex retail price, this actually detracts from the market where the appetite is just not there. Let's look at some of the bigger pieces. A full gold Daytona can be anything from sort of 35k to 40k. Is that realistic in the marketplace? In my opinion, no. When I first started in the industry, a full gold Daytona was around £15,000 to £20,000. It is 10 years ago. Obviously, times change. We have inflation, all these other things, but where's the value? Where's the appetite? The bigger pieces, the trends, they're just not there for some of the bigger pieces unless it's a stealth wealth like a platinum Daytona or a white gold variant, or the Oyster Flex, which all you guys know are extremely popular in the current market. So the Rolex retail price is definitely part of the effect, but also the market trends are due to people don't just want to wear the full big pieces anymore, and the market is just not there. And what we found at this side of the desk is a lot of you guys are not willing to wait anymore, do that dance, go and beg for a watch. The prices are certainly stable. The prices are what I would class as realistic. Some of the ones that we sell at LWC we actually sell for under list, some we sell for list, and some we sell for just over list. Even for some of the really hard to get watches are not that silly. They can be 10, 20% over list, even 30%. Some of the steel sports are in a slightly different category, but the market is extremely buoyant. LWC is an extremely buoyant company because the prices are so near to retail price. Which leads me on nicely to our best-selling models of the last 4 weeks. Let's start at number 3. I've got 3 categories for you, and it is the GMT range. The best seller in this range, I'm pleased to say, is the GMT Master 2 Pepsi, the beautiful blue and red ceramic bezel. We've sold both the Oyster bracelet and the Jubilee bracelet. We've had quite a few pre-owned in which have proved extremely popular. As you guys know, the 2024 models are very hard to come by this year. In saying that, we managed to secure one from one of our private clients' collections only this week. It lasted 5 minutes on social media and it's sold to a new client, so congratulations. The second most popular is the GMT Master 2 Batgirl. Again, outsells the Oyster bracelet, the Batman, at least 7 to 3 out of 10. Just to give you guys an idea, whenever we get them in LWC, we will sell them immediately, certainly within 48 hours. I've got some more in the back there. They'll be going live over the next few days. The next in line, we sold the Sprite both on the Oyster and the Jubilee, and we actually sold one of the new Bruce Waynes. I know you guys who follow the channel, we've always said, look, we won't buy until the price is right. We managed to secure one. We were the cheapest in the world. We sold it for under £15,000 on the Oyster bracelet. Again, it sold out in less than a minute. So we do practice what we preach. We are very proud of the fact that if we're saying it, we will back it up with watches and sales. So we do have a new broadcast list, and that's why that watch sold so quickly. We actually sold it in less than a minute on our new WhatsApp broadcast. For you guys that are not on, let us know. I will try and attach a link below and hopefully you can join the community. Number 2 comes in with, I'm sure no surprise, the Submariner range. The best selling and top in the charts in this is, no surprise again, the steel variant, the new 41mm. We sell both the Submariner date and no date. We see less of the no date coming through, just purely because less come through the authorized dealers, but they are such a good seller. They always top the charts, and we will always buy as many as we physically can. I think we've stocked up this week of at least 6 to 8 new models in because they're constantly going out the door. Number 2 in this category is the Bluesy, relentless seller. No matter where the market is, I've covered this in so many videos, it will sell, sell, sell. Below list or over list, it will continue to sell. Iconic, and what a watch that is. And top of the class, number 1 is the Rolex Daytona range, and by a long way. And the biggest seller in this range is the Oyster Flex Daytonas, and we have been selling them for fun. The top 4, as always, were the Paul Newman, the Ghost, the Pikachu, and also the Sundust in the rose gold variant. These particular watches, we will not be able to stock enough to meet up with the demands of you guys out there. There are some other variants we've sold. We've also sold the chocolate dial one, which is the discontinued one. In fact, I've got one to show you here. In fact, I've got the Sundust. I can show you Sundust as well. This is the chocolate dial. This is the 40mm Oyster Flex, discontinued in 2023. Beautiful watch. In its day, this was the best selling dial in this particular variant. So we sold one of those the other day. We've also got the Sundust, which I just mentioned. This is the new variant. Again, that's the sweet spot for this range in the rose gold. What a watch that is. And I've also got a bit of a treat for you here. We've actually sold this one. This is a very, very special watch. It is the first meteorite weaving at LWC in the Oyster Flex range, and it is in yellow gold, and it is the beautiful 18 karat yellow gold meteorite dial, rare as they come. When we advertised this thing, was only 1 of 8 for sale in the whole of the UK. And to find one of these, it's the last year it was produced, by the way, 2023, a full set. We've sold this for £59,950 to give you guys an idea. And honestly, I'm gonna be so jealous when the client comes to collect this because it is so much up my street. It's such a good watch, and this is where some of the elite buyers out there, some of the really, unique, wanting something a bit special, that's where they will be. And for me, it's absolutely stunning. So the moral of the story is, buy what you like, wear it, enjoy it, and if you lose a few pounds over the years, who cares? And if you make a profit, fantastic. So don't forget to subscribe down below, and YouTube thinks you should watch this video next.